All right, how's it going, guys? I'm Mike Farb. I'm founder of CaptainU. CaptainU is an online network for student athletes to help them with athletic advancement, academic advancement, and college transition. And when you think about the student athlete ecosystem, you got to hit both sides of the equation here. So you have the academic side, which spending a lot of time talking about in this conference, which is the test prep, tutors, the guidance, and ultimately the admissions. But because the athletes are spending probably more than 50% of their time on those athletic buckets, they have semi-different needs when it comes to those educational resources and their time constraints and things like that. So you have the academic side, and then on the athletic side where they're spending all their time, which is the tournaments, the private teams, camps, videographers, all these types of things. And it's really just like a web of fragmented groups where families are spending a lot of money and they're having a lot of difficulty finding the right resources for their kids in order to help them advance. And then ultimately a lot of these families are making the wrong decisions, and the student athletes aren't finding ultimately the college programs where they can end up playing and it's a good academic, social, and athletic fit. Being a team of all former athletes and college coaches, we decided to build a solution to that. So what we do is we take all the different groups and we bring them all under one platform, under one umbrella. So you have the student athletes and the ambassadors, which are the athletes, teams, guidance counselors, basically everyone who's kind of fighting for the athletes. You have the colleges, the college admissions programs, the coaches, and the elite teams that they're going after. And on the bottom, you have the events and camps and clinics that they're spending all their time at. And then finally, all the service providers that are trying to get access to this market and these athletes are trying to decide between. So that's camps, trainers, videographers, and then tutors and test prep and all these people on the educational side too. So we bring all this together under one umbrella onto CaptainU. I can talk you through an example of one of our typical student athletes, Devin. She joined CaptainU in 8th grade her freshman year, and family was spending a lot of money on soccer and development, and she had no idea what to do to navigate the NCAA recruiting process, how to get in front of college coaches, and then how to kind of juggle all those balls in the air. Using CaptainU, she ended up committing to Purdue University, and she got a little bit of scholarship money as well. And here's how she did it. Basically, she started out by creating a profile, pictures, stats, video, all the academics and the athletics, so that she could learn how to really self-market herself, which is really important in recruiting from an academic and an athletic perspective. And then what we do is we help her build a college list. So we help her match up with programs that fit from an academic, a social, and an athletic perspective. And finally, we basically build like a checklist or a to-do list for each school that incorporate things from NCAA recruiting to exposure to the college coach to athletic development and everything in between that we've created proprietarily through just our knowledge of being athletes and coaches and our knowledge of the programs as well. A big piece that we launched this past year was this marketplace concept, where now these athletes can connect with all these different providers exactly when they need them. So whether it's academic on the test prep and loan side, or it's the athletic on the camps, trainers, and videographers. And this is really important because, and we're able to do this really effectively because we have all this data on these athletes and the families. We know kind of where they are in the cycle and what they might need at what moment. So the marketplace feature has been really helpful, and she was able to connect with all these people. And then lastly, we work on the other side of the equation too. So we work with thousands of colleges and college sports programs to allow them to get better at recruiting student athletes. So allowing them to market directly to student athletes at various levels. We're talking from NAIA or junior college all the way up and through your top Division I programs are using our tools. And we also work with a lot of admissions and enrollment programs as well. So lastly, we talked about the athletes and then the college side. We also have tools, since we're building this network, and where this is evolving is that we're becoming this online network and platform for all of youth sports and college transition for these athletes. So now we have tools and resources for college coaches, event directors to help them market their events to athletes and teams. Guidance counselors can use our tools to allow them to better advise their student athletes. Youth coaches are using this to manage their teams better. And then finally, as I mentioned, the service providers can connect with all the athletes and teams through our platform. So finally, the market that we're going after is about 30 million athletes from junior high up and through college. We believe it's a big market opportunity, and we believe that we're building the network to capture it. Thanks very much.